Welcome to the They Follow from Burners podcast with your host, Raider Ragu. Please download the podcast and follow the show. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Raider Ragu.
Let's go.
Yo, what's up, Raider Nation? What's up, They Follow from Burners family? Get on in here. We got another episode of They Follow from Burners. Today we got a special guest, man. I finally caught up with this dude. You guys know him. Y'all done seen him on my channel before on little clips, but we finally got him for a full sit-down. My main man, AIR, Mr. Air himself, Anthony Isaiah Robinson, man. Sorry to use your old government, man. Welcome in, brother.
Hey, how you doing? Feeling good. I'm glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. Like I was telling Ragu when he hit me up today, I'm excited to talk about the draft, talk about possible prospects for the Raiders, and get into it and talk to a sensible time in Raider Rack. So let's get to it, man.
So with that said, man, let's jump right into it, my brother. So the Combine 2024 has wound down. Nothing really major, I would say, happened or developed coming out of there. I had, I guess, just a couple thoughts. I know one of them was the boy Worthy.
Yeah.
Blazing.
Fine.
You know what? You know what? I seen him play, and he looks fast, but why?
Yeah. 4.22 was it? That's the record.
4.21, I believe he ran.
Oh, 4.21. Excuse me, 4.21. I apologize. I don't disrespect Mr. Worthy after a record-breaking performance, because that was like, even watching it on the, like, you know, on the Combine clip or whatever, because I didn't get a chance to watch everything. You know, it's 3 days, like what, 9, 10, 12 hours, however long it is. And just
nobody
seeing
watches the whole thing.
I was like, bro, he is fucking flying. Like, is anybody seeing this? But I will also give a shout out to, because you know I'm a big Florida Gator fan. We didn't have many present at the Combine, but our rival school, Florida State, did. And I will give them their flowers. Their boys showed out. They showed out. Brandon Fisk, the linebacker, Della Loach, I think it is, Verse showed out. Everybody from top to bottom showed why. Like, yeah, they're ready for the big one. You know what I'm saying?
And they were good. So that them being undefeated all the way to the end right there, that shit wasn't no fluke. They had guys.
No, I talk a lot of shit. I troll them and everything, but once it gets
of
to
course,
all that stuff goes out the window, bro. They talent over there, and it showed in the Combine. I'm not gonna say like everything in the Combine translate just because you're an elite athlete and stuff doesn't mean you have the instincts and everything, but generally you can rely on those athletics pretty much in the NFL. To get by until you can get adapted to the game.
Yeah. You think if the QB don't go down, they get put into the playoff and make some noise, you think?
Absolutely. I've said this numerous times. Absolutely. I just said without Jordan Travis, I just did not feel like they had the offensive firepower. The defense, absolutely. Yeah, with all those guys, yes, absolutely. Fine and dandy. But when you play in Michigan, when you play in Michigan, Alabama, all those schools, hold on. You needed an offense, you know what I'm saying? So they just couldn't get it done when you getting down all the way to third string quarterback at that point.
So like they wouldn't have been able to, like, say they would have ended up in the game with Michigan and with that front that Michigan had, and then they in there with their third string guy. That wouldn't have been good for television. That wouldn't have been good for anybody. No. So I understand. You know, is a little more to picking that 4 teams than just who's the best team. You know what I mean? Who's got the best record or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, Georgia probably should have been in the freaking 4.
Yeah, I go back and forth on like that. I felt like Georgia might have should have got in before Bama, but at the same time, I mean, they did beat them in the SEC title game, so it was like,
All they had to do was beat Alabama, and then it wouldn't have been
yeah,
no argument.
but I mean, if you win the SEC title game, we don't have this conversation. So,
Exactly.
but it's all said and done. What if ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk. So, um,
I also one other thing that was brought to my attention earlier today was this is a post combine thought
okay,
that the measurables on McCarthy end up coming back that he was a bit taller and bigger, heavier
really,
than they have. So
okay.
he came in more prototypical QB size, 6'4", 230 pounds. They thought he was more 220, 215. So that was kind of eye opening.
Yeah. I
I'm
didn't
not
realize he was
saying,
that big of a QB.
yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not jumping on the JJ McCarthy
Oh no.
uh, bandwagon or train here for by any means, brother. But it was it was an interesting note coming out of Indianapolis that this dude, because usually, you know what I'm saying, you get in there and be like, oh, this dude wasn't as big as they said.
Yeah. So
You feel me?
let me ask this: did he throw at the combine as well?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. They're gonna do pro day, all of those guys, the 6 guys
Yeah.
that are being considered in that, those first 6 spots. But Isaiah, there are some rumblings coming out of Indy that JJ jumped over Jaden for QB3. Did you hear any of that? Or you think that's some of that season of lies type shit that we know the league is famous for?
Yeah, I feel like season of lies type ordeal, man. Like, no disrespect to JJ. The other 3 are better. I'm sorry. And me personally, I don't see it's the hype over even Penix or Bo Nix as well, because I'm just like, I mean, I maybe there's something people are seeing that I don't see. Like last year with Anthony Richardson, I wasn't sure whether, and he's from Florida, and I wasn't sure whether his game would translate, and I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because no lie, Billy Napier held that boy back, but that's a different discussion for a different day. But Jay could come in and be elite. We didn't think Josh Allen might come in and be elite. Everybody blew that pick from the Bills, and like the Bills guy said, when you trade up, if pick, nobody gives a fuck about it.
Right.
Nobody cares about those picks anymore. So,
and if you don't pick them and you don't win, you're gonna get fired anyway.
Exactly.
So,
I mean,
and if you pick him and he don't work out, you're gonna get fired. So either way, fuck it, bro.
Yeah. So maybe, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he is more the speed of the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Taller quarterback. You know, if you know what I mean, for the Patriots.
Yes, I do.
So.
All right. Let me stop you right there. Without getting too much into draft talk.
Okay.
We can, just trying to keep it on the combine.
Okay, my bad.
All right, because that's coming. I'm gonna let you unleash all that in just a minute. All right, combine. Any other thoughts? We said Worthy was fast as hell. This kid is a little bit bigger, and some are trying to say that he jumped over Jaden.
Yeah, FSU's guys killed it.
You said you were impressed by Florida State's guys.
And the wide receivers overall just they fucking killed it. That group really killed it. And I was surprised by a few of the running backs. Some were slower than I thought, and some were faster than I thought. Like that kid from Louisville. I don't want to butcher his name on media, but I think he moved up a notch or two. So some guys moved up, especially in that wide receiver group.
Now, Ant, tell me this: do you remember this many good wide receivers in a single draft?
the last one that we really had that like had the potential like this was with Henry Ruggs, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Judy, all those guys, you know what I'm saying?
Was
And
Chase in
like
there?
no, Chase wasn't that one.
Chase
But
stayed and came the next year.
yeah, I think because he had to stay,
He
because he
did.
was
He did. And then also we forgetting somebody out of that class too. I know you said Judy, Ruggs,
Jefferson. Jefferson's the big one. I feel like
JJ.
what was Devonta Smith in that class?
Nah, I don't think so.
Hold
It
on, hold
was
on.
it was kind of like Ruggs and Judy, and then I think Devontae, his year was that year after they left, I believe, or it was the year before they came. He won the Heisman. He was kind of the man when he was there. It wasn't.
Yeah, he
Remember,
definitely
they
was.
had Judy and Ruggs that one year. We took Ruggs, right?
Yes, we took Ruggs. So hold on, let me see. Okay, so where are we? Okay,
You know,
Ruggs.
then they had guys with
Oh,
speed.
oh, CD Lamb. Oh my gosh.
CD. That's what
Yes,
it. That's what it is.
CD
That's what it is.
Lamb, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Michael Pittman Jr. So
Wow. So
man,
that year,
yeah.
18 was that?
No, that was 2020. So that was
20.
that was just a few years ago.
Damn, that's a pretty serious draft right there with receiver.
Yeah.
But you know, some of them made the name after they got there. I don't think people were as big on Ayuk. CD was obviously a guy. Pittman was, he had some hype coming in as well. But man, what a.
We'll be right back.
They Follow from Burners podcast with Raider Rago.
Brought to you by
Shebang Boutique, where you can get great deals on women's clothing and accessories. All at shebangboutique.com. That's shebangboutique.com.
It was a good draft class for receivers, that draft.
That certainly was.
Gabriel Davis came out in that draft in the 4th round. I know he's not a big name, but he's a decent number 2 receiver.
He is.
Darnell
He is.
Mooney.
He's made some noise in the league.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney in the 5th round. I felt like 2020 was a strong receiver class.
Receiver draft.
Yeah, that.
All right, man.
But I think these guys have passed that class. I think.
Yeah, hell of a receiver class. We got the obvious quarterback situation. I think it's like seven of these guys that are actually
like six or seven
that are expected to get drafted. By the second day for sure. 7 of them are expected to be gone. Which is crazy to say. 5 in the first round, perhaps. Ridiculous. Even fucking 5 in the first 15 picks, maybe, which is crazy to say, but
because I mean, even though these guys might not be high on some guys' draft board, I mean, like, analyst draft boards and everything higher than some of the athletes and prospects. Some teams could get scary and jumpy and be like, oh, well, we need a quarterback. Let me get a quarterback.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we don't know any of these war room or draft boards, what they have up.
Hoping and I just hope. I know we haven't got the draft. I just hope and pray they just make the right decision. Just please. Just one time. Just please.
All right, we're going to get there. All right, so we're going to wrap up the combine. 2024's combine and the rearview mirror. We're moving on. We had thoughts. We shared them. Now, free agency set to begin. The legal tampering period. The period where, I don't know about you, bro, but I love looking at my phone come that Monday morning, brother, to see who went where and who's agreed to what and all that. That's kind of like one of my favorite couple days of the year, bro. Them first 3 days of that legal tampering period. So some interesting names.
Before you say what you say, my bad. Before you say what you say, this is the first year in a while I'm excited as a Raider fan to see what type of money we finna spend in free agency. All these guys out here who are high quality players on free
agency.
And
we feel like finally we got some quality decision making in Champ and Telesco and AP.
Yeah.
A clear direction in where we're trying to get to.
Yes.
All right. So with that said, all right, the first one I'm gonna lead with. I'm gonna throw out there what I've been hearing, what people have been saying.
Okay. Let me hear.
So Chris Jones is likely to get a deal worked out with Kansas City, from what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Even though
That's
he's
also
an unrestricted free agent, he's likely.
yeah.
They're likely. They franchised L'Jarius Sneed and told him that he could get a trade if he wanted to,
Mhm.
if he can find somebody. And Chris Jones, they let be a free agent, but leads me to believe they are going to try to do what they can to resign
Yeah.
him. He will
Yeah.
probably be a
He
now.
tweeted, I guess he tweeted a few hours ago, KC, just the two letters KC and a few dots. So it seems like they're working towards getting the deal done, So we'll see. Fingers crossed it falls through or something and he gets pissed and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna show y'all the big middle finger and getting that
Because
silver flat, but
yeah,
he's
because
gonna
that's a double whammy. You feel me?
yeah, he's gonna
You weaken the division rival, and you getting better.
yeah, he's gonna cost a pretty penny. And
I
I
don't give
feel
a damn.
yeah, no, I was just about to say, I feel like he's absolutely well worth it. I mean, unless it's Aaron Donald, there's nobody else you're gonna really get better. There's some other names that I would also entertain, but
I think we'll
he's
get to
the
that.
guy. I mean,
Yeah,
we've needed somebody in the middle at defensive tackle for how long now, Ragu? Like
ever.
since more? Like,
Shit, forever.
and no disrespect to Richard because he's always a Raider, but like obviously those weren't Richard Seymour's absolute prime days. You know what I'm saying?
Not
So
by any means.
I mean, Chris Jones. I mean, I'm not saying he's still at his peak, but he in his prime. Get a guy like that.
He's
Him,
not. He's not yet 30 years old.
that's what I'm
He's
saying.
28, 29 years old.
Him, Max Kuntz, Tyree, and hell, maybe they said they wanted to shore up the trenches for show in the draft and free agency. And maybe you double up and go get somebody like Sweat or Murphy or Fisk or you know what I'm saying in the draft and double up and you're like, no, we going in the trenches and yeah, we really
Okay. All right. So, and I know the subjects intertwine a lot, but we're gonna get to Mr. Murphy in Texas and talk about him in a little in this next segment. Now, another name for you. So I'm thinking Jones is going back. Right?
Yeah,
going back to the.
I think that's like I'd say 80, 85, 90%, 80 to 90%.
Yeah, I like 85. I go 85 back to the Chiefs.
I mean,
So now, unrestricted free agent has been informed, I think, that he ain't going to be resigned. I'm looking strongly at him. 20, not yet 30 years old either. I think he's 29 in some days.
mhm.
Christian Wilkins
Absolutely.
in Miami. What you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking, yeah, bruh, yeah, call Chris Jones first. And once he hangs up in your face, immediately call Chris Jones and offer him how much you looking for? 22, we'll give you 24. You know what I'm
He
saying?
want a bag. He wants a
yeah,
bag.
yeah, like I'm not saying we'll give you Chris Jones money, but we'll give you 24 mil. We'll give you 24 mil. Like, come on, bro. Because he's another name. He was linked to Patrick Graham when Patrick Graham was in Miami. So he has ties to Patrick Graham as well.
When Patrick Graham was in New York, or
no, when he was in Miami. He was in Miami.
okay.
And so he was there when he got drafted. So
I like it.
there's another player. I'm sure there's another player on your list that we'll talk about that has links to Patrick Graham in New York.
I think we will get to that player.
But Christian Wilkins, excuse me, boy, if the phone buzzes and says they've agreed the terms on the 10th or 11th, I'm jumping for joy. I'm like trade up for Jaden. I don't like my bad.
I don't care where I'm at, what I'm doing. If I look at my phone and it say we signed Christian Wilkins,
that's when I say completely get aggressive. This is the year to take over the AFC West. That's when I'll be like, get aggressive.
man. So I guess we both in agreement on that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The first obvious move is to test that 15% of Jones leaving.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, when he hang up and say no, I can't. I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Absolutely. Call Christian Wilkins.
You have Christian on the other line.
Like
So Champ on this phone or Telesco on the other phone calling Chris Jones. But Champ already got Wilkins here.
Exactly. You know what I'm
You
saying? Like all the time.
No, hey man, we want you to go all in for you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I tell people all the time, Nevada is in Florida. You know what I mean?
Like no state tax. It's no state income.
It's attractive. That shit is attractive.
It's less rain. I heard that Miami players and you know what I'm saying, they don't necessarily like stadium. Got updated facilities. It's really nice out here.
So, do you know the facilities have been the talk of the league since the Super Bowl, man? The Raiders facilities. They did a poll about overall ranking of teams by the players. The Raiders, I believe, was top 3, bro. Kansas City was dead last. Miami wasn't too high on the list either. So we got that working for us.
Yeah, so as far as like facilities and I mean, apparently players like Mark Davis as well. They said that Mark Davis was like, because you know they did my category and everything. Mark Davis is like,
you breaking up right now. I don't know if that's my headphone.
Check.
You good?
So apparently, players like Mark Davis, he was like top 16 owners in the league. So he top half owners in the league amongst the players is a good thing.
Hell
that
yeah.
means you're somewhat trustworthy. So we got that working for us. I really do think Vegas is an attractive place, and I I can't touch on it because I know we said we're gonna talk draft talk later. But if things work out in a certain way, it's going to be extremely attractive. And so hey, Wilkins, come on, please. Like, if we can't get Jones, Wilkins is the next best thing. He's a great run stopper and can get pressure up the middle to force that quarterback out to Max or Kuntz if they choose to roll out that way.
9.5 sacks
last year,
albeit in a contract year. Yeah. We gonna keep it 1,000 here on They Follow Some Burners. Yeah. Be aware of the guy that jumps up in the contract year. However, if you've been watching the league the last, half decade, this guy's a stud.
Yes.
Contract year or no contract year. Speaking of another contract year guy. So to me, I'm listening to this shit earlier, and I'm like, man, this is the Al Davis signing. If I ever seen one, this guy right here I'm finna name is a Al Davis signing because of the reasons I'm about to say. So Devin White is who I'm talking about. And at first I wanted Patrick Queen, but I'm backing up off of Patrick Queen, not because don't think he's a fantastic player. I love Patrick Queen. Just because of this fucking situation right here, bro, is so Raider, what I'm about to break down. So, we know this guy was fantastic. We probably should have drafted Devin White instead of my main man, Clee Farrell. Shout out to Clee. Clee, I'm a Clee guy. I stood up for you when we first started doing podcasts, bro, 2 years ago, and everybody was on your ass. Pause. I was the only one that would say something, but we should have drafted you. We should have drafted Devin White. So, but check it out. Fast forward, he got benched last year, bro. I want to say he missed something like 6 games, active scratch. Okay, so first round pick, 5th overall, contract year. Some grumblings about him not being a team player, grumblings about attitude. End up benching him. When he was in there, though, played lights out. Had a career year in pass breakups. That's been the knock on him. He's not a pass guy. He's not a 3-down guy. You got to take him out on 3rd down. So, again, contract year. But to get better in a category in professional football, you got to work on that shit in the offseason. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Yeah.
So teams down on him, say he got attitude problems. He's in a kind of like a redemption mode. Bro, these are the players that Al Davis built his championships off of, man. The guy that they're saying he can't do it no more. The guy that's got the attitude problem. The guy that just ain't working out at the old place. We took a guy like that at quarterback way back when, named Jimmy Plunkett, man. He had won the Heisman Trophy and had got drafted by New England and was basically over there shitting down his leg, bro, tricking his career off.
Yeah.
We got that kid, we got that guy over in Oakland, and you know what happened. We ended up winning 2 of them with him.
Yeah.
And he won the MVP in one of them damn Super Bowls. So, bro, this is a Al Davis hire. And Mark Davis, this is your guy to show everybody that this is Pop's legacy and you still doing shit the way Pops would have done it. And bring that guy on into Vegas. Albeit not for no $18 million, Devin White. We gonna have to talk about the numbers, brother.
That was my concern. I'm like, if I'm paying you 18 mil, I might as well pay Patrick Queen the 2021 and go ahead and I know.
Is that what Patrick is asking?
Probably around there, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little. I'm not sure. I hadn't looked at the projections recently, but I just know for a fact Patrick can cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he hasn't worked on it. I'm not saying that next season he won't replicate this, but like you said, contract year. Sometimes you have to be weird at trying to prove something, But 18 mil.
No, that's steep, especially if we don't know if we're gonna be able to leave you in on third down or not.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of steep, man. 18 mil. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm not saying he wouldn't be an upgrade. That's not what I'm saying. But 18 mil is for a 2-down guy is that is asking a lot. And you don't necessarily rush the quarterback too much.
He is great sideline to sideline and a sure tackler, though.
Yes. He's a better tackler than Patrick Queen. That's the only thing that worries me about Patrick Queen. He's not too short of a tackler. He misses a lot of tackles. But he can cover better than Devin. That's just fact of the matter. But I do think Devin is a fine player. If we can come down, if we can meet somewhere in the middle, I don't know what the exact number would be, but 18, nah, I can't do 18.
Somewhere, man, I'm thinking 13, 5, 14, maybe, man. Give him some guarantees. Because he deserves a raise. He was drafted 5th overall. He played up to the contract, maybe a little better. I just feel like Diablo I've seen people run through tackles. He's been dinged up. And let's be honest, he is a pumped up, strong safety from college.
This is true.
In the first place, right? Love Diablo, and not saying get rid of him, but you bring in a Queen or a Devin White, it's a definite upgrade, and you're instantly more sure tacklers, and you hitting harder. The team is hitting hard.
I will also say that Spillane wasn't necessarily a cover guy before he got over here, and Patrick Graham had that boy top of the team
with 3 interceptions.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not necessarily saying that it would be absolutely replicated, but Patrick Graham has done a good job putting guys in position to be successful. And that's all I ask of the coordinators. Put your guys in position to be successful. Play to their strengths. Let them know, hey, all right, if you just play right here, I promise you're gonna have a pick. Just like Jack, I don't know if you watched Mike Bell. It was like on week 15 or 16 when they was really getting and going. He was like, if you just sit right here, I promise you're gonna have a pick. Called that shit. And they had a pick. So maybe he can replicate that with Devin White, you know what I'm saying? And everything will be all good.
I feel like Devin White is already a good player, and Patrick Graham would make him that much better. So
yes, I definitely do. The front seven has to get shored up. It was not definitely once Antonio Pierce became the interim head coach at the time, now our new permanent head coach. he had those boys playing with their heads on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
even above expectations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like if he can get I'm not saying I don't love the guys that we got in house, but if he can get some elite talent, like truly elite talent, like you said, a sideline guy like a Devin White and a guy to plug in the middle like a Christian Wilkins, boy, that front seven now all we got to worry about is getting maybe one DB, one true lockdown corner, and we'll be good.
Which I think there's a couple of them in the draft that we're about to get to
Oh
that right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Let me
So I said we just talked about Devin White right now.
yeah.
In free agency. We spoke about Christian Wilkins.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if they got if we stopped there and came back with everybody else that we had last year, and them two, it's fucking hell of an improvement of the defense right
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely.
So I love that. Keep more is less.
Yes.
Less is more, I should say. Two guys, and you can bring back the whole rest of the DBs, everybody else, and I feel like this D takes another step forward, and we finish as a top 10 defense.
Definitely.
Um, so I feel like, Telesco was saying about how most of those UFA contracts are never even completed. The success rate of picking up UFAs is not that great.
Yeah.
So that's another reason. Just keep it as light as possible, bro, because I think it's some stuff over on offense that we're gonna need out of free agency as well. So on defense, we can't really go too heavy. But those two guys, I gotta admit, man, I flat out love for the Raiders, man. Pause.
Definitely.
So Tom T and Champ and the gang, we know y'all follow from burners. It's okay to go ahead and listen to our advice here. Bring those two guys in. Another sneaky little free agent move, bro. So hold on, I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna stay big right now. I'm gonna stay in the trenches right now.
Okay.
I believe the offensive tackle market is decent right now. If we can grab somebody, the right guy to play the right side. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull these names up.
Okay. I did see a guy from New England is available.
You want to go down that road again?
No, not Trent Brown, the other guy.
Oh.
I can't think of his name right now. Oh, okay. Hell no, not Trent Brown. Hell no.
Because he's available. I thought you was talking about him.
Nah, let me see.
Yeah, I thought you was talking about old Trent. All right.
Mike Unwinu. Yeah, Mike Unwinu. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tackle and guard. So 6'3", 350 pounds, only 26. Because we do need right guard and possibly right tackle, depending on Thayer Mumford's development. He run blocked well, but past blocking he was still quite handsy and a little bit slow. So it's like
A little bit leany from the upper body instead of anchoring down against the pass, but an absolute mauler on the run.
And I will say
run play.
the improvement from rookie season to this year is night and day, though. He has improved vastly. So that's why I'm like, year 3, does he take that jump and become the starter? And then we can plug Mike Unwinu on in the guard. And then all you have to do is worry about center position.
So you are the only other guy besides me that I guess you could say maybe a couple other guys might have mentioned Munford, but I feel like they've written him off as some type of backup player. And even Telesco said, bro, the 5 played decently in 2023. Let's keep in mind, Colton Miller missed at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Where he was not available. Mumford replaced him. And one of them was the 63-point game that we won. we ran the ball in all of the games that
Yeah, we running the ball hell
he
of effective that
played.
game.
So I'm with you, man. Shit, we could give Mumford a try. Do you now? Here's the thing: do you want to hitch your wagon to Mumford though, and say, "Fuck it, this is our guy. We're not gonna get a free agent. We gonna go. We gonna go Colton Miller and Mumford, bookie
That's
and tackle."
that's why I said you get the kid from New England because he can play both guard and tackle and does both just fine. So
I like that.
plug him in at guard, right? And have Mumford at tackle. And then you see, okay, if that works out, you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
We go ahead and move forward. And then maybe in the draft, you get a kid in the second or third round who's a guard, maybe if Mumford's not working out. I don't know. It's many routes that you can go. It's just I don't know. Something's got to be done with the right side of the line too. I do definitely agree with that.
I
Left
like
side,
that though because I did not like Van Ruten.
oh no,
No, I did not.
no,
I mean, I ain't gonna say he was terrible, but
no. Them first
he,
few weeks, he was terrible.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, them
At
first
first,
few,
he was pretty bad,
he was terrible.
and then when AP took over, it seemed like he got a little bit better. And if I'm not mistaken, excuse me, he just seemed like he wasn't agile enough to
I
deal
mean,
with some of the guys inside, some of the quickness.
yeah, I mean, the guy's 34 now. I mean, going on 35, you getting up there. I
So
mean,
it's just time, yeah.
yeah, I, I
So
I think it was time to move on. He was a plug and plug and play for a year, but
yeah, that's what he
yeah,
was.
I mean, Telesco and AP said it. We have to get tougher. We have to get more violent in the trenches. We have to get guys who are going to maul in the trenches, and you got to get a guard. You got to get a tackle. Whether that's Munford stepping up in year 3, or you get drafting somebody or going free agency route.
Do you? So you are a fan of getting the New England kid. I don't want to butcher his name either, but
Mike Unwinu. Yeah, that's how it goes. Mike
yeah,
Unwinu. There you go.
Unwinu, who's versatile, can play both
Yes.
spots.
Mhm.
We have Thayer Mumford. We keep BP for depth at the tackle. What do you do with the main show? My guy Jermaine Illuminor. Do you resign him?
That's also another possibility. You plug him in at right tackle because maybe Mumford isn't your guy, and then plug the guy in at guard, and you're ready to rock and roll. I mean, at that point,
Also, I like and it's just me, man. Not many people have said this, and I don't know, maybe I'm fucked up somewhere, but I like the main show at the right guard spot. So say Thayer doesn't work out, we move the Winu out to the tackle and plug Jermaine in at guard.
that can work too. Either way,
Now you got Mumford, Parker, Winu, and Jermaine for that right side.
you're correct.
Okay. Now, what are we going to do at center? They hate Andre James for some reason, bro. How do you feel about him? Maybe I'm fucked up somewhere.
I feel like
They've been trying to get rid of him for 2 years in the Raider creator space. The Raider content creator space has been shitting on Andre James for 2 years. I feel like he's a decent player.
I feel like he's a decent player. I feel like he's a top 16 center.
but I don't have him top 10, top 5.
All right. With that said, let me ask you this: moving Dylan over to center, do you feel like Dylan's a better center?
I don't know. That I truly do not know.
This
But
is the move they've been pumping in Raider creator space for 2 years now.
oh yeah, but once we get into the draft, there's a guy that I'll talk about who is who I would like to see in silver and black if we did
Go O-line route in
Okay.
the first round.
Okay. I can't wait to unleash you, man. And that shit, be ready, bro. It's coming.
Bro, I'm telling you.
I know you've been like you like them bulls that they be riding and shit. Pause. You behind the gate. You like, man, like let me out the smoke. Fuck about this draft. I'm finna open that gate in a minute, bro.
Because that right there, I'm like, bro, I just been because with the free agency, I'm like, are they really gonna spend the money? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm a little bit worried. Are y'all really gonna spend the money? Like y'all,
255.
yeah,
Is that
and then yeah, that's
that's
the
the cap
cap.
number?
I
255.
if I'm not, it's like 252, between 252 and 255, something like that. And
It's up there, man.
I know that with Jimmy G being cut here soon and his money being voided due to the suspension, we're completely off the hook for that money. So we'll have about 48 million cap
Yeah,
space.
50. I was gonna say 50. Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, but if we're not going to use him, Renfro's got to go. Whether it's via trade, whether it's via cut. But if you cut him post June, now you about $60 million.
So, uh, what about the cap hit?
That
What's his
the
cap hit?
post June cap hit's only like
What is it? You went out when you said that. Post June, you feel like his cap is what? His cap hit would be what?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So his cap hit would be about $1 to $2 million post June. If you cut him pre June, it's about $5 million.
So he's getting
He's already
cut post June.
he's gotten most of his guaranteed money already.
Bro, the word is out on him. They feel like he's a step. You know how shit come out in the combine, bro. The word is out on Winfro. We're stuck with him. We're gonna have to cut him.
So we're gonna have to cut Renfro. So if you got 60 million cap space, like we said, you go after Jones or Wilkins, that's between whether 22 to 30 million, depending on who you get. Then between White and Queen, that's between, like we said, 14, 15, whatever, to 20 mil. So then you need to sign your draftees. So it's just like I mean, at this point, you gotta cut Renfro to get to if you truly say we're going to be aggressive. We're taking that step. We believe in AP. We believe in his team. And I'm not going to lie, Devontae's not getting any younger. He did come to Vegas because he wanted to be a Raider. That was obvious. But
Yeah.
he said he wanted to win.
And he wanted to be close to his family.
Yeah, like that's all good and dandy, but like, bro, he ain't come here to lose and not make playoffs. That's a fact. So, I mean, I just feel like
the fact of the matter is Devontae is the highest paid player on the team. His cap hit is very non-Raider friendly as far as trading him or anything. So
I don't blame him.
He's gonna finish out, I think, as a Raider. I don't think you have to worry about that. Max wants to be a Raider. I feel like he's gonna finish out where, no worries there.
Yeah. So I'm just like, at this time, you got to get aggressive.
But I feel you. They want to win.
Yeah, you got to get aggressive here. Like whether it's trading up in the draft, whether it's drafting, whether it's free agency, you calling up the big names and truly throwing out money. And we've seen Telesco, he'll spend money. He spent money on J.C. Jackson with the Chargers. He paid Derwin James. He paid Bosa. He has no problem paying guys.
And those were his guys. Bosa and Derwin are his guys.
Yeah, those are his guys. But can he finagle his way with these free agents and get a couple guys on, whether even if you just get Wilkins on at D tackle and Onwenu at the guard / tackle spot, that's a win for me as well. That's I couldn't ask for more either.
Yeah,
but
we could run with that and keep Diablo. No question about it.
Exactly. So, hey,
no doubt.
Just be aggressive. Be aggressive. Pick up.
Speaking of Telesco and somebody being familiar with him, one more free agent, and then we go. I swear you to you, my dude. I'm gonna let you out the cage on that. Amir Abdullah is a free agent, right? He has been that third down guy. Telesco has been quoted as saying, you need 2 main guys and as many as 4 running backs. So he's a running back guy. What you think about this guy's a UFA? Amir Abdullah is a free agent too, getting a little long in the tooth. This guy's under 30. This is a scenario where we're bringing back Zeus and Josh and adding this guy, and I'm talking about Austin Eckler on a friendly.
How friendly we talking?
$5-6 million. Before you answer, let me share my vision. I feel like he is an instant transformation type of piece, transforming type of piece for this offense for whatever quarterback we end up getting. So now we coming back with Mayer, Devontae, Jacoby, Josh, Zeus, Trey Tucker, and we're just going to add this guy. Hopefully we get the line together. Ooh, baby. Just listening to that right there, what I said. That lineup, bro, is pretty legit.
This is true. It's just like, but with Eckler now, it's like absolutely when he comes in the game, they're throwing the football. You know what I'm saying? And
well,
right
we have
now,
to run sometime to break tendency. Yeah,
So, and I'm like, does he still have enough left in the tank to be effective as a runner in those, situations where we do happen to run him out the shotgun or whatever? What may have you? I just think that we could get someone cheaper and younger in the draft in later rounds, and
just not as proven.
Just not as proven. And because Eckler, bro, he can put up TDs, catch as a receiving back, and in his early days as a running back was like, bro, premier top 10 running back out there. But it's just like now, maybe it was the Chargers line, maybe it was injuries, who knows? But like you said, these guys, like you said on the All Ground Sports podcast, they're a free agent for a reason sometimes. So
yeah. And let's keep in mind, Tom T did tell him last year, hey, go ahead and find a team to trade for you, man, and we'll trade you. Yeah. And then it didn't happen, and they brought him back. So,
exactly. So
just a thought, I feel like he's an instant upgrade to the offense.
Definitely, I do agree with that. As far as like a receiving and third down back, he definitely be an upgrade, yes. But I just think that we get somebody cheaper in the draft.
Okay, all right, my guy. So we said Wilkins. We would like maybe Devin White or Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen or Devin White in that order. I think we can agree. Yeah. Even though Devin White is a Raider pickup. That's a historic Raider pickup. So Wilkins, Queen or White. And then we talked about a couple O-linemen, a Winhu. And really, that was it. Our own other free agent lineman,
there's one guy I will mention who was connected to Graham in New York, USC guy. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
Leonard Williams. I would also him at defensive tackle as well.
And he's a UFA as well, yeah?
Yeah, so those three guys I would take at D tackle, Queen and White at linebacker, Unwinu at guard tackle. I would be open to signing Illuminor again, or, what we're about to get into.
Andre James, not so much?
Andre James, I would be welcome to bringing him back on a team-friendly deal, but I could see why people want to look into possibly drafting someone or looking elsewhere. I think the Bills released their center, and he wasn't bad last year. So maybe you get him as a stopgap. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't feel like Andre was that bad.
No, absolutely not. I'm just like, if the Raiders are looking to move on, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe.
I'll tell you, honestly, I could get on board with a Miller, Parham, James, Awinu, Illuminor, or Awinu, Mumford.
Yeah, I could get on board.
Or to be honest, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I would not be crying like most other Raider fans would if everybody just came back, bro, and we put 72 inside and Mumford outside. So Miller, Parham, James, Illuminor, Mumford.
That wouldn't be bad either. I would not be absolutely mad. I wouldn't be
BP for backup, and then maybe we got to get a couple more guys for depth. But
agreed.
A Winnu would be awesome as well, and I definitely ain't mad at that.
Yes.
So any more free agents?
No.
At any position that you had thought about in the last few days that you want to get off your chest?
Oh my gosh, the one corner that I would be intrigued, even though contract year guy, but for the past few years, he has been in that top 10, top 15 corner category. Kendall Fuller with the Commanders. He would command around 3 years to $40 million, which wouldn't be too crazy. It would not be too crazy. So I would be open to picking him up. I mean, not gonna lie, the Broncos did just release Justin Simmons, who all
Saw
pro,
that.
like
I saw that.
say, I know we got Marcus Epps and Trayvon Morig, but could you imagine those three guys roaming around in like a nickel set? You know what I'm saying?
You bring one of them up and play big nickel.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that would be a scary defense. You know what I'm saying? So, Kendall Fuller and Justin Simmons, maybe call and check and see, depending on what happens with Wilkins and Queen and White and all those guys.
Yeah. If I'm Tom and Patrick Graham, I feel you. I'm lobbing all them dudes agent a call.
Yeah, give them all a call.
Justin, when they got released, all of them, bro. Devin, this guy, all of these guys is representation, man. Just to see, man. Just to see.
Yeah.
And Kendall Fuller as well.
Yeah,
Because
I like Kendall Fuller. Like I said, like we about to talk about the draft. If we don't touch that position in the draft, then I would like.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I would like to see Kendall Fuller in a Raider uniform. I think he's he's a really sticky receiver. I think he's a Patrick Graham type of guy. You know what I'm saying? And he would be an instant upgrade to our cornerback room. Him, Hobbs, and hey, hell, bring a Meek back to play that nickel.
And I love a Meek, man.
Outside. And with Epps and Merrick back there, you know, you're pretty good. So
all right, man. So I know you've been like a caged up lion. We didn't win over the combine, and we finally got all of our free agency out. For right now, you know, we do a show next week with other developments. I'm sure there'll be other free agent shit we'll talk about.
Yeah.
But I think them is some good dudes. We didn't go crazy like Raider fans do, and they want everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No. Like we said, we know yes, we want these guys to be targeted, and we know it's possible. And we know it's not, bro. We know we likely might not even get one of these guys, but damn it, at least make an effort. That's how we know y'all are serious about building a winning franchise here. And if you miss on this, okay, look straight forward to the draft. We need to build at X, Y, and Z position.
Yeah, and I'm happy that me and you ain't on here on some, you know, acting like it's fucking Christmas and we can sign any of these fucking free agents we want to. We narrowed it down to like, you know, 5 or 6 guys that could help the team. And it's really even less than that because some of them is if you don't get this guy, try this guy. Type scenarios. So it's not like we're just going crazy talking about build the team with free agents. We're just recognizing a few positions with a few guys, Christian Wilkins, Patrick Green, Devin Smith, Devin White.
Yeah, like y'all heard us at the top of the whole free agency situation. Obviously, Chris Jones is the big fish. We know as soon as we call, he might say, "Nah, I'm not interested," and hang up. We know it's a slim chance. Damn it, you gotta call. You got to call.
Right. Like, you're not worth your job. You know, you're not worth your weight as a GM if you're not calling these guys.
Yeah.
All of these big name guys. These proven dudes. Playoff dudes.
Exactly. If we hit on one of these guys, I'm not gonna lie, I might jump for joy like I did when we signed Shohei with the Dodgers. You know what I mean?
So we mentioned 5 guys. If we had a 20% close rate, right?
Yeah,
we'll be happy as fuck.
Oh yeah, I'll be happy too.
Yeah, and a 40%, we'd be even jumping for joy.
40%, I'm running out the door. I'm running out the door. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl or nothing yet because we haven't addressed the QB and everything yet. But I'll be jumping out the. Okay, we serious about winning.
All right. So we got you did mention Kendall Fuller. We're gonna remember that.
Yeah.
Let's fuck around and be something.
I really feel like that's possible if we do not. Depending on what happens in like with our draft situation, how aggressive they're gonna be in the draft.
Wilkins, Fuller, White, Queen, Owenu.
Yes.
See, Nation, we're not going crazy. We mentioned 5 specific guys that perhaps, and we figure 2 of them, 3 of them, and we like jumping out of this world. Like, we can't believe it happened.
I might say, hey, Telesco, hey, you might need to ride down Rainbow with your top down. You feel me?
Yeah, I might put him on my Christmas card list.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
2 of them, we running outside doing Tiger fist pumps.
Yeah, you know, like, hey, let's go, you know. Even
one of them, we like, fuck yeah, let's go. So,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Either way, man. Now, we gonna get into the draft, the strategies, what we gonna move up, we gonna move back, we gonna get this guy, we gonna get that guy, we gonna take the quarterback, we gonna do that. We about to get into that. Let me refresh my drink, my brother, and gather your thoughts.
All
and
right,
like
I'm finish my drink too, and I'm
all right.
right by the time
and like a track star out the blocks, I'm gonna shoot the gun, bro. I'm gonna let you take off.
All right, bet. It's
right back.
Let's do it.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode. Please be sure to subscribe, download, and share B. We really appreciate you spending your time with us here at They Follow from Burners podcast with Raider Ragu.
Let's go.